As the first light filters through the canopy, Jazzy stirs. Day 3 of motherhood has begun. With her newborn clinging tightly to her chest, she descends from the safety of the branches to the forest floor. Here, among her troop, the delicate dance of community and care begins anew. She settles gently onto the earth, allowing her curious infant its first glimpse of the world beyond the nest. Jazzy positions herself carefully directly on the ground, still and calm so her little one can nurse undisturbed. Into this quiet moment steps JONNA, Jazzy's younger sister. She approaches softly, almost reverently, and settles beside them. A supportive presence, a living memory of the family bond that shapes their world. Morning brings not just light, but nourishment. We offer Jazzy fresh fruit juice, sweet, energizing a small supplement to the immense demands of her body. Every calorie now fuels not just her, but the precious milk that sustains her child. In motherhood, eating is no longer a mere act of survival. It is an act of love. But in troop life, meals are rarely peaceful. Jazzy eats hurriedly, with a mother's strategic urgency. She knows all too well that feeding time can swiftly become a contest of strength and priority. Her solution is both clever and instinctive. She gathers what she can into her mouth, storing it safely, then retreats to a quieter place to chew and swallow in peace. Survival here requires not just strength, but wisdom. As tensions subtly rise among the troop, Jazzy makes a quick, decisive choice. She gathers her baby and moves away, JONNA following closely. Sometimes the wisest act is not to fight, but to gracefully withdraw to protect what matters most. A short distance away, Jazzy finds a moment of respite. She cradles her infant, and JONNA nestles close. Here, in this small circle of trust, there is no competition, only comfort. The sisters sit together, a picture of tenderness in the dappled light. Watch JONNA now. Her eyes are fixed on her tiny niece with something akin to wonder. She leans in, gently nuzzling the newborn, a secret kiss, a silent promise. Even in monkey society, love is expressed in the quietest, purest gestures. This tenderness between sisters is a living legacy. It echoes the devotion of their mother, Jane, who raised them with unwavering dedication. Though Jane is no longer here, her lessons live on in them. They remember her comfort, her protection, her love, and now they extend that same care to the newest member of their family. Are ever shifting. Another member, Jigs, approaches, possibly seeking food, possibly testing boundaries. Jazzy and JONNA grow tense, watching closely. But today, conflict gives way to coexistence. Jigs settles nearby, a reminder that peace is often a fragile, fleeting gift. Jazzy remains vigilant. She holds her baby securely against her chest, one hand cradling, the other poised as a shield. Her eyes constantly scan the surroundings. This is the double burden of motherhood, to nourish and to protect simultaneously. JONNA, though growing, is not yet fully independent. She still seeks the reassurance of her sister, much as she once sought their mother. In Jazzy, she finds not just a sibling, but a guardian, a bridge between the comfort of the past and the responsibilities of the present. In a moment of striking vulnerability, JONNA nudges closer, seeking not just companionship, but perhaps a memory of nourishment. She nuzzles toward Jazzy's chest, a gesture from their shared infancy. Jazzy does not refuse her. Instead, she grooms JONNA gently, as if saying, "I remember too." Soon, Jazzy moves again, this time towards Saxon, a close friend, and now a fellow new mother. Saxon also cradles an infant. Together they form a quiet alliance. This is where motherhood becomes communal, a shared space of learning, of trial, of mutual support. But the forest is never without its tensions. The arrival of a large male sends a ripple of alert through the mothers. They withdraw swiftly, positioning themselves in a protective corner. In an instant, camaraderie gives way to caution, the ever-present calculus of safety. When the male moves on, the air softens once more. Jazzy returns to nursing her baby, Saxon, nearby. Peace, however brief, is restored, and in that peace, the most essential work continues. A child feeding, a mother watching, life enduring. Jazzy and Saxon find a new spot side by side. Their bond, forged long before motherhood, now deepens in shared experience. They are more than friends. They are mirrors, guides, companions on the same profound journey. Since her infant's birth, Jazzy has been surrounded by a small but vital circle. First JONNA, her sister and living memory of family, then Saxon, her friend and fellow traveller into motherhood. These relationships form a safety net, an emotional ecosystem as vital as the forest itself. We offer Jazzy a carton of milk as supplemental gift. She accepts it deftly, holding it with both hands while her legs secure her baby firmly against her. It is a small moment, yet it reveals the remarkable dexterity of a mother balancing nourishment for two. Safety calls from above. Jazzy carries both the milk and her baby up into the heights of a familiar tree. JONNA and Saxon follow. Here, among the leaves, they find a temporary sanctuary, a vantage point where they can rest, feed, and watch the world below. And here, in the green embrace of the canopy, time seems to slow. The infants nurse contentedly. The mothers watch, groom, and simply be. This is not idleness. This is essential work. The work of bonding, of recovery, of preparing for whatever the forest will bring next. Day 3 is drawing to a close, but Jazzy's journey and her child's has only just begun. In the life of Jazzy, we see more than monkey behavior. We see the universal threads of motherhood, the vigilance, the tenderness, the community, the sacrifice. We see memory shaping care and love forging resilience. And in her newborn, we see the fragile, powerful promise of continuity that life, against all odds, persists. Not just through strength, but through connection, through family, through love,